Hi guys. Good Rainy. Hi. Hi Yanga. Guys, I'm just waiting for Chuma angene. In the meantime, how are you doing, Yanga? And S3 Graphy, how are you guys doing? Hi, the servant speaks. Hello, Zozo. Modweni guys, I'm kindly waiting for Chuma to join in and then we can just get started. Modweni guys, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Ninjani. Hi Tina, I'm Team Cool. I hope I'm good guys. I had a good day. I'm really good. Hello Maggie. I'm really good. It's been a good day. No complaints. Hello Lesejo. I'm great, man. I can't complain. Thanking God for every single day. There is grace for each day. The servant speaks. I'm okay. I'm good. I had a good day today. I went to the doctor, so everything went well. So I'm just a happy mommy and a happy baby. And yeah, I'm good. Hello Maggie, I hope you're also good as well. I'm just waiting up on Chuma, but I'm just checking up also Ninja and how you guys doing. How was your day? Before we get started with our topic for today, and then we can get started and speak everything that people today we'll be speaking about them. Please don't be scared to ask any questions. And just feel free, man. This is a safe space. And just to double check, can everyone hear me like properly and clearly? Can someone quickly comment for me just to double check everyone can hear me properly? Yay! Chuma is in. Chuma is in. Hello, Lesejo. Chuma is in. So let me invite Chuma. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Lesejo. Okay. Chuma. Yes, I've invited Chuma. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. So I'm just waiting for Chuma to answer. Oh, here she is.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic. I'm just greeting everyone. Snesipo, hello. Sipo, Charlotte, Lutolo. Oh, that's my baby from church.
Oh, wow.
Akho. Hi, Puti. Thank you for joining. It's actually good to see men joining and
Yeah.
wanting to learn about pregnancy and everything. Because now, Baba's on meetisa.
Kakati.
Hello, hi, can travel. Just tell me, Kumba, like, are you good? Did you have a good day, mommy?
You know what, ne? I had quite a nice day. I had to juggle between putting together a 13-month-old to sleep. Nango Bunjong, she's literally looking at me.
Oh, Logan, guys.
Yo, she's throwing a tantrum, but it's been a good week. It's been a good day. I'm looking forward to today, to this live. And yeah, how was your day?
My day was good. Everything was good. If I'm eating, I'm fine. So I'm good. No complaints this side.
We shall keep it that way.
No complaints for today, because you know I will come with my drama.
What's up?
Yes. Hello, ladies. Nesipho, I am Taylor. Say tu siyabulela. I can see people are joining, but Chuma, I feel like this topic is like a lot. So I don't want us to waste time. I just want us to dive into the topic and get into it. And just heads up, everyone, if you do have any questions, please feel free to comment. Like konke, like don't be shy to deep questions. We won't mention your name if it's too deep, but this is a safe space. So the topic for today is untold truths about pregnancy and motherhood. About motherhood. So Chuma, when you think about this topic, what comes into mind?
So many things, because there's so many things that go through my mind, because I'm thinking there's a lot of things that we don't want to speak about. And then I'm also thinking, it's so touchy. But then again, I'm thinking to myself, it needs to be spoken about. It needs to be, I get thoughts of like amagama that hurt people. I think of pregnant ladies that can't even get through their trimester because of abantu, or because of support system, or because that's why I love it. When you said 4 emails up, I see a gentleman joining us. That's why I love it, because they contribute so much in actually their partner getting pregnant. They contribute a lot. So for me, what comes to mind is beautiful woman, the pregnancy, the journey. It's meant to be beautiful. It's just a matter of having, or a difficulty of having, the real conversations, or more. There's more to it that we don't want to touch, if I can maybe put it that way. And that's not, I'm making sense. I would love for people to touch on the topic more, on ezazinto, those corner things that people don't want to talk about. Okay, ask me like those uncomfortable questions, because at the end of the day, if we are not going to have the conversation, no one else will have the conversation. So that's what comes to mind for me. That's why I was really looking forward to the conversation, having a talk, having a conversation from woman to another woman, with even other people joining us as well. Mind-blowing to see what other people go through, because you think you're alone, you think things alone, but to keep in mind, guarantee there's other people on the other hand that's like, hey, I'm here as well, and I'm going through the same thing. So I think for us, it's knowing that one person or two people that's literally going through the same thing. But if I didn't speak, then maybe they wouldn't have had the confidence to go out and say, okay, Nam, I actually feel this way. Or, okay, Nam, I'm going through this, but I was so afraid to talk about it, because there's so much condemnation, there's so much judgment, and it's so unnecessary. Once we give each other grace, patience, and love, I believe that's when the real conversations will begin to actually really flow.
Yeah, Chuma, that is so true. I think it goes back to that thing. Let's be kinder to one another. Pregnant or not, mothers or not, just as human beings, let's just be kind to one another.
Yeah, I actually agree. Now, I know that when you're expecting at the moment, but I want to ask, I want to ask, is it everything that you imagine it to be, Okanye? Is it what you thought it would be?
It was totally the opposite, because I feel like, hi guys, we were scammed. Okanye ke phofu, they say pregnancies are not the same, but okay, number one, I was in denial until first trimester that I was pregnant. Like, yeah, guys, that's just me.
It didn't sink in, eh?
It didn't sink in, and I think the way I was so sick, it was just ridiculous, like vomiting 5 times a day, like you just feel weak and you just nauseous and stuff. And I'm like to my mother, why didn't you warn me? No one warned me about this. People just share the gloomy side of pregnancy, that everything is just well and stuff, until I came to Instagram and I'm like asking mommy friends, hey guys, and pregnancy can dribble you. And people were sharing their stories, and I think what comforted me is to know that I am not alone, and
Mm,
there are people who go through similar things, but not as severe as what I went through.
yeah.
But it's not what I expected. I'm not going to lie. Nah, guys, it dribbled me. You know, Kuma, I would complain to you almost every day.
Kobe.
It's Kobe. Did you ever know like just pray for me? Like
Yeah.
I'm not okay, Like I would even be on a Zoom meeting, and it's a work Zoom meeting, and I feel like I'm about to throw up. And then I just have to switch off a camera, and then I throw up, and then you have to go back to work, and it's just not a nice feeling at all.
Yeah. Yeah. And what you're saying, don't be like, you're on the second trimester now, ne?
Yes.
So what
Second,
would you
third.
say are the second, third, what would you say are like the differences that you've noticed kuwe compared to like the first trimester?
Hey, I don't even want to be excited. I don't want it because this child will dribble me. The moment I become excited, I'm feeling better, and then this child just dribbles me. But I think the first, I for me, the first month, I to a point that I would say things that I'm never getting pregnant again. I will,
Yeah.
like you say
Mm,
all these words, like I'm never again. And you're not eating, and you worry that is this child getting any nutrition because you're
yeah.
forever vomiting. But now it's better. I think also because of the Instagram mommies, Instagram friends, I've asked, hey guys, what were you taking? And I've also learned that what might work for me might not work for you. But
Yeah.
for me, what really worked as well is like natural stuff, like your ginger sweets, your ginger biscuits, yabo into zinjalo. They really help
Ewe.
because now I'm once in a while like vomiting. It's not as
Oh.
hectic as before, but obviously also the changes of the body. You're getting bigger, and rounder.
Ewe. Mm-mm,
Yeah,
mm.
and
Oh man,
rounder.
I see so
Yes, you can
I
speak.
see abantu bayabulisa. Hi guys.
Molweni guys, Molweni guys, Molweni guys. I love the fact that I also see men. Molweni
Mhm.
guys, Molweni. Men can join in this conversation, guys, because nani
Yes.
niyamitisa. Niyamitisa. So just tell me, Kuma, what triggered you or shocked you about pregnancy? Did you experience any like changes, like when you were pregnant with Logan?
I think for me personally, I had quite a sweet, nice pregnancy because I got pregnant while in quarantine and I was still working from home. So for Limna, it was quite, I would say, quite easy. I think the only adjustment that I had to make was with like the weight changes and the body changes and certain things you're like, yo, okay, Kunzima, it's hard to bend. It's hard to sleep on this side. It's hard to do this and this and that. And sometimes you'd find yourself be in a certain mood, okanye. You like moody. Hi, Sisipo. You'll be moody, okanye you won't be in the mood for anybody. But I think for me, I had quite a sweet, lovely pregnancy. I think the reality came when it was like that ninth month. I was like, okay, sharp. It's time for you to get out. Like it's time.
I'm tired. I'm
Yeah,
tired.
I'm tired. It's hot. You can't sleep. Like Wotuga, you get up in the middle of the night, go 2, 3 o'clock, and you can't go back to sleep. So I think certain things like that, it became quite like, okay, like I've been enjoying it, but no, I think it's time for you to like get out. But I think for me, I appreciated the fact that I had quite a smooth journey because I kept in mind that a lot of people can't say the same thing. I had to keep in mind that I have to be great. As much as I am complaining or was complaining at the same time, I had to keep in mind that abanye abantu aren't so privileged to be able to have that smooth journey or to be able to say, you, I had nothing. So at the same time, I have full right to complain, but I had to keep in mind that Chuma, be sensitive to the other aspect of kukabanya abantu that don't enjoy the journey, that haven't had the same thing. So shame, I would say I had the total opposite of Wena. I didn't even get sick. I didn't have any nausea. I didn't have any funny things. Like I had certain cravings, yeah, but I wouldn't say it was like a big deal. Even the weight gain wasn't that much for him. I wouldn't complain about the weight gain as well. I think it was quite smooth. I think for me, the reality set in. Okay, I came in, I was like, okay, I was in the beginning, I was complaining, but oh Lord, I'm not seeing anything. Like my stomach's not growing. I'm in the third month, fourth month. I also want to hold my tummy, but nothing's there. And then when it came to like I think 4.5 months, 5 months, then I began to see like a difference. Hi, Leon. If I see a difference, I began to see, okay, cool, there's something showing there and there. I was like, okay, Ngoku is like a bit too much there. So for me, I really enjoyed it. I honestly can't say, I can't really complain with regards to that. I know we'll tackle like birth-wise and other things like maybe later on. Oh, someone's commenting, sorry, Ndombi. Someone's saying, I am so something, but I can't see. I don't know if you can see on your side. I think someone's saying, I am so something, something. I think they were tagging someone.
Yeah, I think they were tagging someone.
Yeah, I think they were tagging someone. But yeah, man, I think for me, that was it. But I wanted to ask you, Na, since you are pregnant now, what's like the one thing that you wish you knew? Like you had no idea, but you kind of wish you knew realistically and honestly as well. Like what would you say is that one thing?
I wouldn't say it's one thing, but every day is a new day. It comes with a new challenge because that's
Yeah,
what I noticed with me that, hey, yesterday I would have been struggling with being nauseous, and the next day I'm not eating. And then
yeah,
the next day it's constipation. And then the next
yeah,
day it's a headache. And then it's hot. Like every day is just new, and you're like, hey, Bo, Baba, it's enough
yeah,
now.
yeah,
So I so wish like maybe I was told that like each day, like I love one of the Instagram mommies. She said to me that there is grace every day when you are
yeah,
pregnant. Like
mm-mm,
just take it like grace. Whatever happens,
yeah,
let's just be grace because it can be really tough. And I also like the fact that you said that yours was smooth and everything, but for me, guys, I'm not even like I love a lot of people are like, I don't be, don't complain and stuff, and I'm like, guys, I need help. Like if I'm not going to speak to any mommies, like I
mm,
need advice. Maybe there's something that I'm not doing okay and
yeah,
stuff. And the more I asked from you guys, you would tell me, go to clicks, double check with your doctor,
mm-mm,
do all of these things. But I'm not, guys. And I think Ayona into like the most important thing is that, and I'm so grateful for, is the support.
yeah,
Guys,
yeah,
as much as you like pregnancy can dribble you the first
mm,
trimester, but once you get the support, it makes it lighter. Because I
yeah,
would be up at 2 a.m. vomiting my lungs out, crying every single night, but because of my husband is there. And I
mm,
remember I even had heat rash. I don't know what was happening. And it was just so itchy. And my husband just put water in the bathtub, make sure I
yeah,
reverse and everything. So the support makes it lighter as well.
yeah.
So it really, really helped me in Nashem. But also, Kum, I want to ask, did you suffer maybe from any depression, like
Mm.
during pregnancy or after Logan was born? Like, what were the struggles?
Ooh, I think for me, ne, during the pregnancy, as I said, it was quite smooth sailing. I think I only encountered, I think I was at the door of depression when she was born already, and it was like quite a journey. And then breastfeeding was starting, and then breastfeeding began. Breastfeeding was not tough for me. The breastfeeding journey was tough for me. So I think that's when I would say I encountered or I saw that door, that depression door. I was like, okay, like I'm literally knocking at this door, and I feel like I'm close to it because I see like I'm losing so much weight. I'm drained at night. I'm tired at night. But I have this baby that's like dependent on me. That's literally looking at my boob. My boob is the only source of like food for Rihanna.
Source
So
of
at the same time,
income.
I'm thinking source of income, source of everything that is literally dependent on this one thing that is literally making me so tired. So for me, I think I saw the door of depression sink in my breastfeeding journey. And I think if I didn't notice it and sort of like sit back and take a break from everything and also have certain conversations with my husband and be like, okay, this is getting a bit too much. Or for me, I'm noticing this, I'm not okay in this department. I don't want to, for me, it was very important for me to be in a healthy mindset, healthy physically, healthy mentally, because I have a little one that is literally looking at me or looking for me, or looking, everything is just looking, Lomdana is looking at me for literally everything. So for me, it was quite important. And in that aspect also, I realized that, okay, Chuma, you're not like parenting alone. I learned to also, as much as I learned that, okay, cool, you have a husband, which is like beneficial for you. It's an advantage because other people don't have. Abanye don't have anybody. Literally, people raise their daughters, their sons. There are single mothers out there. There are single fathers out there. So utilize what God has given you. Utilize the support that God has given you. And I think I also had to realize that I think my husband endured a lot. I wasn't like tough or anything, but I think for him as well, it was quite a journey because he's not only seeing his wife change, there's certain things that also I was like, okay, cool, it's getting a bit too much. I'm a mother now. I'm not just a wife. I had to also, I think that adjustment for me was also like, okay, Chuma, you're not just a wife, you are not just a Chuma, you are someone's mother. But I also had to keep in mind that I also have a husband, which was also like an adjustment for me. So I think I did see, as much as I didn't have a postpartum depression, and I'm so blessed in that part, I'm grateful for it, but that door of depression peek in when I was in this breastfeeding journey, because I was like, Lord, I want my body back. I want to look like how I look like. I want to feel my confidence back. I don't want to be so tired all the time. Like, this child literally doesn't want a botile at all. I just want my confidence back. I just want my body back. And you know what? Tiko had to humble me. He had to humble me in a way. And I felt the Holy Spirit tell me, Chuma, I have given you a healthy child, a full-on healthy child. You are able to breastfeed. Other people are not so fortunate to be able to. I'm not taking a mind off that. Okay, I miss you. You miss your body airway. You miss how you used to look like. But look at the fruits of what God has given you. Look at the fruits of what God is giving you in this season. So I had to also pull back and be like, Chuma, listen to what the Holy Spirit is saying, so that you can realize that in the spirit, you are much more than your physical body. In the spirit, you are much more than what you tell yourself. In your spirit, you are much more than what you recognize in the mirror. So I might not have liked what I saw in the mirror, but I was still the same Chuma spiritually. I had to ignite something new in Chuma spiritually, so that physically I could go like, Chuma, here is you again. I had to ignite something and just go grab myself again. I won't lie and say it's been an easy journey. It's an ongoing journey that I think every one of us will go through, that I think every one of us will in actual fact like be able to get through and be like, okay, Chuma, now you are getting there. So sometimes I'll be like, okay, Chuma, you're getting somewhere, you woke up today, you didn't stay too long at your stomach, you didn't stay too long at your face, because it used to be, I used to avoid the mirror a lot. I was like, man, it's too much. So I'd rather just do myself whole. Okay, I'm clean, right? Fine, I don't want to look anymore, because I was like, I don't like how I look like. So for me, day to day, I'm like, okay, now it's getting a bit better. I can look at myself in the mirror again. I can put on certain things again. That confidence is slowly but surely getting there for me. And I thank God every day that I did not sink into that depression mode, because it was there. I could feel it bit by bit. I could feel it. So I'm grateful. Amy, thank you. I'm grateful, and I'll forever be grateful. But I also want to ask you something, Dombine. I know we touched on the support of like a spouse or your husband. I want to touch on like the intimacy part when it comes to like pregnancy and even the afterbirth as well. How was that for you, and how did you have to adjust, or were you in any kind of pain during like intimacy with your husband? Did you have to change certain things? Was there like any adjustment that you would say that you'd want to encourage on your own that may be watching?
Hey, today, stop.
Yes, tough.
If there are
you know what? We can all learn. We can all learn.
Yo, guys. I think, okay, some people, I've heard that some people, they would want it more during pregnancy. But for me, yo, I would get times I'm like, yo, I really crave for it. Like, yo, I want my husband here. But afterwards, this child will dribble me. Yo, guys, I would just
Yo.
vomit.
Yo.
And sometimes, like, you'd be like, like, want to be intimate, or you're intimate and you're like, yes,
Yeah.
I wish I didn't do this, So I think that's
Yeah.
what sucks when you're pregnant. You could
Yeah.
be busy doing it and then you're like, I'm fine.
Mm.
Wait for me
Yeah.
until I give birth, and stuff. But
Yeah.
there are some days we like, dude, I just want it now. Give it to me now while I'm
Now.
still ready, Because sometimes my husband would say that, no, later on, later on comes, and I'm like, I don't want it anymore. So sometimes for me, it's a mood thing, but
Yeah.
intimacy hasn't changed. I think also because my husband understands that we're in this season, and I think what's so beautiful is the fact that even our relationship, our friendship, our marriage was
Yeah.
never based just on the sex. Like
Yeah.
even when we were dating, we were celibate until marriage, and so we know how to live without sex. So it's not like
Yeah.
a train smash when we don't have it and stuff, but like we did, like it's very important to have a conversation with your person and say that,
Yeah.
dude, this is the season that I'm in now. Like when I
Yeah.
need it, just give it to me. You must
Like,
just be forever ready.
sorry to disturb you, ne? I know you said there's males that's watching at the moment, ne? Like, what would you say, for example, are the certain affirmations that we as women need in this regard? Like, Thambi, they watching and being like, I don't know what to do, or I don't know how to help with regards to my partner. Like, what are the certain affirmations that you needed to hear from your husband in order to make a difference in that specific department?
For me, like, I think it's because, like he said, I'm going to speak about me, guys, no one else.
Yeah.
For me, he said, it's fine. It's not a train smash. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's not a big deal for us, but we have conversed about it that, listen here, this is how it goes now. When I'm in the mood, let's just go for it because it might not last forever. And then you get days where, like, after that, I just get sick. And then you're like,
Yeah.
it's just that the guy has to understand they can't push it as well. I guess men should not be pushy and understand, like, communication is the key. I don't know. What about you, Chuma? Maybe it was a different journey for you.
I think for me it was quite different. I didn't really experience any uncomfortability or any. It was fine for me. I enjoyed it. My husband enjoyed it. We were like, okay, let's do this thing. There wasn't a moment of I didn't feel any pain. I wasn't uncomfortable. I think I thoroughly enjoyed that season or the process of it. It helped. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It paid off when it came to the birthing phase. It paid off. It really paid off. So for me, I can't complain. I can only be grateful. I can really be grateful. Okay, Amy. I really am grateful. I really am grateful, guys. I'm grateful because at the end of the day, I would always got this advice that do it as much as you can leading up to when you have to give birth, because they say it makes it easier when you have to give birth. For me, I really saw it. I saw, okay, it really did make a difference. If it was that, because I don't know what else it might have been for me, because not once did I exercise, not once did I get up and do some form of I really didn't. I was lazy in that department. So for me, I considered that as my exercise.
But you were not lazy in that exercise.
It was my exercise. We see, I had a very smooth, when I say I had a very smooth journey, guys, I had a smooth journey and I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. It was my form of exercise and I don't, Shem, I don't take it lightly. I don't take it lightly. I think I was blessed. I think my husband was blessed. I would like to think he was blessed. So for me,
He
I
was.
really, yes, he better. So I really can't say, I can't complain in that department. I think it was quite,
Yeah. I was actually laughing the other day. I think also men should like note this, like they should understand like Manditi, is it a love language or whatsoever? But
yeah.
I basically say, dude, Sabawell. And he
Uh,
knows, he knows.
and so Nomi, do you expect your husband to get it? But okay, and Samuel, does he get it? But okay, I want some. Do you have to like? Okay, let me ask this. Let me ask this. Do you have like a certain Someone says, "Oh, hi underscore travel says I'm sure he wants more babies." Trust me, he wants more babies. You know, he wants more babies. He should want more babies, but not now. Not in this season. I was about to ask something I forgot. And I was about to ask
You
you. Do you guys have like a certain type of language that you go for, or like specifically, like you say when and Sabawell, do you say okay, baby, and Sabawell? Is that yours?
No, I think it's because of pregnancy. Now I can to Sabawell, but I put it straight, guys. I'm a straight talker, but give me
Candy, candy,
deeper, deeper.
Indozam,
And I
my
think
things.
the nicest thing, yeah, I chonga we're traumatizing people. Chuma is
I
a
got it.
twin. We're
Yeah,
traumatizing people, but I think one thing I appreciate about pregnancy is the fact that you are not shy. You are not shy. You see the things you were shy before. During pregnancy, are you not shy?
you're not
You were
shy.
just you're not I'm not
I think it
hopefully.
actually, I think it kind of exposes you
Yes,
in a
it
way. I'm not
does.
sure like how, I can't really say where and how, but I think it kind of exposes you because now I had moments where I was like, Chuma, is this you? Willow, girl, stop. I like, I was like, I just be a lady. Certain departments I was like, Chuma, just be a
Stop it.
lady. But also like, you know what? Dipete, I'm carrying a whole human here for like 9 months. Surely I can get and say whatever I want. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna utilize the fact that I am pregnant and use that as an excuse for every single thing. But yeah, if I can maybe move along from this discussion because Abantu are literally
Hmm.
making fun of us. They're literally laughing. They're laughing at us.
They're
Guys,
never
this
going to look at us the
these are
same.
the real conversations. I want to ask you, Ndombine, like on a more like deeper note. I know there's like a lot of cruel things that Abantu say to pregnant women. So what would you say is like one of the most cruel things that a person has said to you? And what was your response to it?
Yo. They've said so many things, especially that green app. So many things that they would tell me what to eat. Don't eat this. Like whenever I post food,
Mm,
and they would tell me that in Dotayam, like how I should do things. Like,
yeah,
man, it's like I didn't like people being entitled, because like
yeah,
this is my first pregnancy, but people are telling you do this, don't do that. Why is your
yeah,
stomach in jail? Why is this? But I think I got irritated by just the entitlement. And
yeah,
one thing about me, I respect people's boundaries. And even with my
yeah,
friends who have kids, I've never overstepped that. So
yeah.
people have said so many things to a point that sometimes atumtiba autebe, like you're so fat. And I'm like, no,
Sure.
I just have a big stomach. Because
Mm,
now
mm,
I'm
mm.
getting irritated because
Yeah,
my journey that I popped very early. By
yeah,
two
yeah.
months, I was showing and I was like, Haibo, this child, like I was hoping 4 months.
Gee, No.
start popping, but I pop very early. But I think that thing where people just feel entitled once
Untold.
you share the fact that you are pregnant, they want to tell you
Yeah.
what to do, what to
Mm.
eat, how, hi, Sipo, don't drink this. Oh my
Yeah.
word. Oh my word. It's just a lot. But I think
Yeah.
this season, as it's painful, ne? It's painful, but I
Yeah.
think it will be a season where I'm losing a lot of friends as well, because
Yeah.
they're not like respecting boundaries, like I
Yeah.
would say in a nice manner, but friend, please don't take this in a nasty way or whatsoever. If I do
Mm.
have any questions, I do ask, but I do have a husband and a doctor, my
Yeah.
gynae, who I run to if I have any questions. And then they
Yeah.
would tell me that, but you could see, man, like what you're receiving back, the person is
Yeah.
hurt and they don't talk to you again. But it's fine. I guess that's the journey, because I'm worried
Yeah.
once I have the baby, then it will be worse. I will be told, but I don't wear rampas, don't do, so stop it
Mm.
now while it's early. But it also
Yeah.
makes me think of you, the post that you posted, Chuma,
Yeah.
that deep post that triggered a lot of people, that triggered a lot of
Yeah.
people. And
Yeah.
what triggered that post?
Yo, firstly, when I wrote the post, it actually had been on my mind for like quite some time. And it's a conversation that I had with my husband. And then I was like, yo. So when I put out the post, I wrote literally everything that I felt towards the whole topic of breastfeeding and losing weight. And I felt myself, I think I said it in the post as well. As I wrote it, it felt like a heavy load lifted off my shoulders. It felt so, so much better. And I didn't realize this, but I was like, man, the inboxes I got, the messages I got from Abantu, I was hoping to reach like one or two people, because I was like, Lord, let me raise awareness out there so that it can reach one person, so that they can know that they're not alone. But I was like, oh, abantu bangaka. And on the other hand, I was like, Joe, look at what God does. Ne? He uses you to touch so many lives over one topic of breastfeeding. And for me, one of the things that triggered me, there's one thing the one person that said, Ati, are you well? Like upilile, kahle. Or someone would say, you're losing quite a lot of weight, ne? Your husband is gonna eventually leave you. So I was like, okay.
That's
So
deep.
when you must be God telling me that my husband's going to leave me based on my weight. And as much as I think for Mna, if I did not have full confidence in me and in my husband as well, it would have broken me down, because it's quite a big comment. It's quite a big comment. You come up to me and you say something so big. So it makes me realize that, man, people are so busy in people's lives that they forget to focus on their own lives. And for
That is
me, it
so
was
true.
to highlight that as a mom, as a wife, as a new mom, you don't need so many comments in your life. You need as much patience, you need as much joy as you possibly can. So for me, the post was to highlight utando. It was to highlight the importance of putting your voice out there. It was to highlight the importance of realizing that, man, guys, let's respect people's boundaries. Let's respect people's bodies. Let's respect people for who they are. Respect people's marriages. Respect people's children. Respect people for who they are. Respect everything that's got to do with people, because I'm thinking to myself, I'm one of those people that don't involve myself in anybody's lives unless an invitation comes. Okay, Chuma, hi, please help me in this department. I'll be like, yes, with my whole heart. So I found it really offish for someone to come to me and be like, drop such a comment. And maybe they didn't mean bad, but at the same time, it's not welcoming. Yeah, I didn't expect that from you. People that I knew, people that I didn't know. So I was like, man, I need to verbalize this. I need to be that voice. And for me, I've always been that person. I've never been taught to keep quiet, ekaya.
Yeah.
My mother told me that. So I've always been that person that would speak whatever is on my mind. I will speak what I feel. I will never be a silent person. So when it came to this, it gave me so much power because I was like, man, Chuma, you're impacting so many other new moms that didn't know how to speak about this, that didn't know what to say. Because it's like, because you'd find yourself in Dombina, you'd walk and be like, every time someone would drop a comment of your weight, you'd constantly have to find an excuse. Oh, it's breastfeeding. No, man, it's breastfeeding. But I thought to myself, but do I really have to make an excuse? Do I really have to let you know that in my life I'm breastfeeding and it's because of that? Do I really, honestly? Like, who are you?
And
What are you
Chuma,
in me?
you can see yourself in the mirror every single day.
Oh yeah, I was like, Chuma, you're the one waking up. And I had to also remind myself, Chuma, you only have one husband. Ne? I married one husband. And till this day, I can let you know without a shadow of doubt, and I said it in my post as well, if it wasn't for my husband, if it wasn't for his support, if it wasn't for his love, if it wasn't for the constant affirmation, I would not even be speaking here right now because it takes such a toll. I don't think people realize that. And it does get me kind of like emo because I'm thinking, what could I have done then without my husband? Do you understand? What could I have done if I did not have a partner? There are people that don't have partners that validate them, that affirm them, don't have supportive partners. So for me, I was like, man, if it wasn't for that, I constantly, and I said it in my post as well, I was creeping into that depression mode because I saw it. And if it wasn't for my husband, and he also reminded me, and I'm sorry to make this like a spiritual thing, but he also affirmed me and reminded me in whose image I was made in, that I'm also married to my husband, that my body is not only, it's not other people's bodies, but it's his. So for me, I had to remind myself and also affirm my own self and be like, Chuma, remind yourself who you are. You're not just a strong woman. You're not just a mother. You're not just a wife, but you represent so many other people as well. So for Rimna, whenever you see me speak of my husband, I will forever speak highly because that is who, yeah, I'm always grateful for him. I'm always grateful for what he is in my life. And I will always say this, that you need a supportive partner. You do need a supportive partner. I could say it like a million times because at the end of the day, no one else is going to have your back like your husband has your back. No one else is going to support you. No one else is going to put those words in you. So for me, I was like, look, and I remember sending a voice note. I think the same Celine was at work. I sent him this voice note. I was like, yo, and it was quite emotional. It was quite like a roller coaster because it's like it's a sensitive topic, but at the same time, my husband understood. My husband was there. So for me, I appreciate the fact that I went through the process. I saw what I saw, and now I can constantly say, okay, I'm here in my husband in a loving house. And I can fully say that my husband is fully loves my body. Even if I will be like, babe, what do you see in this aspect? Or what do you see right now? What do you see when you see me? Because I don't see what you see. So that affirmation really meant a lot for me. And I will forever constantly be grateful for that. Constantly.
I love that, Chuma. I think you actually reminded me of a comment this other lady said to me, Aibo, why are you so pretty while I was ugly during pregnancy? And I was like, okay,
Whose fault?
I never expected
Whose
that,
fault?
you know? And I was like, whose fault is it, and
Yeah.
stuff. But I just learned that people are just entitled. They might mean well or not well,
Yeah.
but people are just entitled. But I think it just shows you that as a person, you need to have boundaries. Finish
Yeah.
and clar. Finish and
Yeah.
clar. And you should validate yourself, no
Yeah.
one else. No one else.
Yeah. Sorry, Job, I just want to read this comment from Amy.
Yes.
Can you read it for me? Can you see it more clearly?
Yes. I actually also want to go. She first said, Amy, the post, speak your mind, even if your voice shakes. That's deep.
Yes.
That's deep. And then I think Sissy Paul, she says, people are so insensitive. And then Amy's like, the audacity some people have. And then the servant speaks, or people feel entitled to people's lives, really
Yeah.
don't think before they speak. Bavele bathethe. That is so true.
Sure.
Tokozani, very powerful, sis. And then Amy again says, even if they didn't mean it badly, though, Tums, it's never about someone's intention. It's about how
Yeah.
you receive it. So you are
Yes.
allowed to feel however about something said to
So
you.
true. Ah,
That
it's so
is
true. It's so true. I want to ask you, Dominic, now that you're going towards like it's still a bit early, but now that you're looking forward to like giving birth and the actual process of that whole process, what would you say you fear the most when it comes to the birth process and the end result and all of that?
the weirdest thing. We had like a conversation with my husband today. Because for me, I always watch giving birth videos, and you want to see if will you have a C-section or will you go natural.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to go natural. Guys, pray for me. Hoping to go natural. But because I went also to the doctor today, like obviously they ask you those questions. If you lose
Yeah.
too much blood, your husband needs to give consent, yonke lonke and stuff.
Okay.
So we had a conversation that what if it happens, there comes a point where they say it's either the child who makes it or the wife. What will you do? So my
Sure.
husband was like, hey, I'll take my wife. We'll have another baby. We'll have another
Oh
baby. Uti, we'll grieve together. Uti, because I don't see myself like growing a baby alone. It will be too much for me.
my.
So I'll rather
Yeah.
have my wife back, and then we can always have another baby or even adopt or
Yeah.
whatsoever. So like when he said that, I was like, wow, okay. But for me, it maybe when it's closer to the time, it will scare me. But I
Yeah.
guess when I watch videos, it's like the pushing. Will I lose too much blood? Will
Yeah.
the baby be fine and stuff? But for some odd, weird reason, I'm not even worried about giving birth. It's weird. That's how much I trust God. I don't even worry about it or think about
Yeah.
it that much. But I think the only things that like you worry about petty stuff. Oh, I'm growing more stretch marks. Oh, I'm gaining
Yeah.
more weight. Oh, my
Yeah.
clothes don't fit me. Those petty stuff.
Yeah.
And I think, oh yeah, I think also another thing, sorry to go off topic,
Mhm.
something I didn't expect. I don't like people, guys. I don't like being around people. I really don't. Ever since I'm pregnant, I even struggle being at church.
Yeah.
I do everything online. Like I'm fine with my husband. Like I don't like being around people. But
Olile.
right, leave me alone too. And it's not even just about my husband or anything. Sometimes I don't want to be with him as well. I just want to sit alone
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
be alone. So I think I didn't expect that with pregnancy, that you just
Yeah.
speak. Mlomo wako yakusinda ke qha.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I remember this, Ndombine, with I think you mentioned like you watched videos of like women giving birth and all that, like for YouTube. I remember I used to watch his videos, and you know how they always say after some time, like in pain, "Well, epidural, whatever that thing is called, epidural."
Yes.
I'm not me, ke ndim lo nam ndanifuna epidural. What is epidural? Ingathi ayenziwa apha eSouth Africa. I can't don't be. I was like, but I had it all lined up and I'm like, okay, when it gets a bit too much, thumbs I'll scream, okay, epidural, because that's what they do most those videos. But epidural, it's
Yes.
not P, epidural, don't be P. I was like, okay, fine, it's fine. Dim low joke. I was the joke in that moment, but I was like,
That's crazy, Kuba. That is so crazy. But also, because you had triggers like before and after motherhood,
yeah.
ne? Like the first year of motherhood, do you have any words of encouragement to new moms? Like, what can you say to them? Because I know for me, if someone
Maybe.
comes to me and they like a lot of ladies have come in my inbox and they're like, yo, I'm pregnant, blah, blah, blah. And the first thing I say, I was like, yo, pregnancy will dribble you. Because that's how I'm feeling at the moment, you know.
Yeah.
But, and then I become honest, listen, my pregnancy was like this. Your
Yeah.
pregnancy might not be the same. And one
Yeah.
thing my gynae has said that make sure don't listen too much to Google,
Hey,
to people, and people are not qualified. You can take advices.
yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
I think definitely. I think for if I would maybe advise enough, I would say enjoy your own journey, embrace your own journey, and get to know when and the person that you are slowly but surely becoming. Because at the end of the day, I can ask 1,000 questions from different moms. They're not going to tell me what's expected of me in my own journey. You understand that? So even with like being a new mom, I was so worried because I was thinking, yo, it's such an overwhelming feeling because everything is new. I, from you giving birth, I'm still shocked till this day that I literally gave birth to a whole human being. Look at myself, I'm like, Chuma, the same Chuma that did not want a hospital, like pain stuff, nothing. I'm still shocked to this day. So I also would remind every single woman and be like, you can do it. You can, like as strong as you are, don't look down on the fact that you are strong. You can actually do it. But sometimes I was like, yo, how am I going to even do what's expected of me? So I think the whole COVID thing and us being in quarantine, it also forced us to kind of parent on our own because there wasn't that opportunity to say, okay, I'm gonna go to my mom and go say this because our daughter was born literally out of like in quarantine. We had to be in quarantine. We had to be so we had to learn everything. So like the term of new mom, I literally experienced. It was okay. New mom is literally everything. So I think from now, embrace the fact that you're going to learn as you go. You will learn certain things as you go. Don't be afraid to ask, but I would say keep it in your circle. Don't ask everybody. Ask Abba that you know are going to give you proper answers and also without judgment that we're going to welcome. Okay, if you're saying Dombi, I want to use this brand, I'd rather not use that brand. What do you think? So I think be open-minded to what you want for your own self. Expect changes, embrace the changes, even those stretch marks. Like sometimes there used to be the stretch mark that bothered me. So I took a pen sometime that, and I made it a bit longer. I was like, I man, you're gonna go longer anyway. So sometimes make yourself feel better. If you have to draw another stretch mark, like tap yourself on the back if you are like sometimes you're going to grow bigger. So I embraced it. I was like, okay, Chuma, there's a stretch mark there. You are getting big in here. I think that one of the other things I didn't mention, it was my desire to when I go to Esbedle giving birth to go with like my natural hair. I was growing my hair into this afro. I think I told you into this afro underneath my wig. I was growing my hair nicely. In that 9th month, it all fell off. Yamka, zamka, zamka, zam. So I was like, I mind, like, Satana Wandondo, like, what the hell? What is
Where is
happening?
my
And I
hair?
made nice progress because I was thinking, I'm funbane week, man, when I give birth. And even afterwards, I didn't want anything that's going to be heavy on me. But that's also one of the things that people don't speak about. Abantu will think that you're wearing this week. They don't know that all of your hair fell off. So realistically, those are also the real conversations that see whereas in Uele and we have to embrace that whole process. You didn't even expect it. Yawa,
I would cry.
gone,
I would cry.
gone. Yo, don't be so. I was like, okay, that's gone. So what now? Let's do the wig again. So again, I'm also emphasizing that we have to be sensitive. Abanye abantu, we don't enjoy wearing wigs all day, every long. But the hair is literally falling off. Oh, wow. During pregnancy, yeah, I lost all my zimkile, zamka. Literally, I have the shortest. Yo, guys, zimkile, guys, zimkile. Yo, like my heart was like it was broken, but I accepted it. I was like, okay, Tuma, it's fine. It's one of those things. It's not nice, but I had to accept it. So I would also say to that new mom, embrace those new changes, those uncomfortable new changes. There's some things that we can't change, like stuff like that we can't change. It just had to like happen. So yeah, that's like my 2 cents that I would share, like to like new moms, and be like, embrace who you are, embrace the journey, and embrace that there is going to be challenges, there's going to be those new things. But I also want to ask you, Ndombine, like talking about being a new mom, do you feel like a certain kind of pressure that goes with being like the term new mom?
Sure. Before I answer your question, actually, one of the ladies in Bali, I think that Naya, she also lost her hair, and then she like did a video, and then she cut off all her hair. So the
Yeah.
beautiful thing is that the husband also cut the hair off because he had like
Oh
dreadlocks.
wow.
So like
Wow.
she was saying it was a nice support. Now she likes her hair bald, and she's
Oh
embracing
man.
that. So yes, like people do like lose their hair, nyan nyan.
Yo.
For
Yo.
me, yo, there is pressure because people
Yeah.
expect you to know everything
Yeah.
while you don't know nothing. It's like you're a child in grade 1. You need to be taught A, B, C, D. Oh, no, guys, I was like even shocked. People use, there's different types of nappies, extra, ton. Hey, I was like, this is homework. And literally, I'm writing that, okay, Pampers extra. In Huggies,
Yeah.
ton, it's better,
Mm-mm.
this.
Mm-mm.
So people just expect you're supposed to automatically know,
Yeah.
and also you're supposed to be strong. And Ndase, I'm not in Bokoto. I'm not in Bokoto. I feel. And I think a lot of
Yeah.
people were telling me that you mustn't cry during your pregnancy because you also have a crying baby once the baby is
Mm.
born. And for me, I was like, hey, ndiyagoa manje. And the
Yeah.
crying helps. So I need to cry, I need to feel. And my husband was like, if you want to cry, just cry it out. We
Yeah.
will deal with the
Yeah.
baby when he or she is born, if
Yeah.
the baby is crying. But I think the expectation is too high that
Mm.
because you are a lady, you're supposed to know everything, and then they don't
Yeah.
focus much on men,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
men can just be there, just and
For
stuff.
the
And
sake of.
yeah, so I think that was the biggest thing for me, that people think but you don't know. You learn every single day. You're
Yeah.
inspired. Oh, this can happen too. Oh, that can happen too. But I think I like the fact that also my husband also educated himself that, okay, you
Yeah.
can't do this now. And I think what helped as well, but if I can't eat, like for example, I became lactose intolerant. Like now
Mm.
I'm pregnant. And I'm like, hey,
Yo.
boo, So I would force myself eating cake, and then I would vomit. And hey, and I'm supposed to get calcium from milk and everything, but
Yeah.
I can't have that. So what I think I liked is that because I'm in this journey now, yeah, he won't eat a certain portion as well. He
Nice.
won't eat this because he's supporting me as well. But I think we put too much pressure on women, expecting them to know everything.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
especially a new mom. Hi.
And I think you
And
also find that abantu will also scare you as the new mom and be like, yo, like at the hospital uzawuphambana okanye yo, it's this and that, and uzawusikwa, and you're going to do this and that, uzawuba buhlungu and that. And yeah, honestly, yes, there is pain, but I think it's different for everyone. Because I
yes.
think everyone has that fear of, okay, you're literally going to give birth to a whole human being. Like for me, the experience was quite different, and I think I would say, again, is support is very important. And yes, the pain will be, but there are people that don't even experience pain. You never know. Maybe you might be on that other side of those people that don't experience pain.
Mm,
But I also do want to set the reality out there that, yes, you do give birth, and actually, a baby can actually really come out of you. And that's the beautiful part about it. That's the most beautiful part of this whole journey, is that you give birth to a whole human being, a healthy human being, a pure being that is literally just there. So yeah, I think I would add that. I think that's just a 2 cent on for those that are maybe fearing of giving birth or have that doubt or fear in them, to just embrace their own journey and know that your journey is going to be your own personal journey and it's going to be beautiful. Speak it over yourself every single day, and it's going to be whatever you intend it to be.
Yes, I'm actually hearing the baby as well. Oh man, but Chuma, I think that's all for today. But I just think that let's also stop glamorizing pregnancy, only the good
Yeah.
stuff, but let's also talk about the bad stuff as well. We're not saying dwell on the bad stuff, but let's
Yes.
talk about it. Let's talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yes.
So I don't see any questions, but I can see Ubano Prince Star is asking to join the live while we are about to leave. But if you do have any questions, you can write it down below. But Chuma, I just want to say thank you for such a conversation. If you do want to see Chuma's previous post about the triggers and everything, please go to her wall and you know what you've got. But I just want to say thank you to everyone who joined. Logan, we are sorry taking your mother.
She'll be strong. She must be a strong baby.
Yes, she must be strong. Do you have any last words you would like to say to people?
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. I think it was very nice. It was very chilled, a very real conversation. We hope to have like a part 2 soon and very soon. Maybe even go even into deeper in it. But for all the pregnant ladies, I just want to say enjoy your journey, embrace the new journey, and enjoy it. Even for the new moms as well. Let's take in what God has intended for our journey, for what God has intended for our process, for our mindsets, and for us physically. Let's just enjoy it. Embrace it, enjoy the joy that is there, and also just learn to enjoy the beautiful person that you've given birth to, and love that person and pray over that person. It's a beautiful journey. Enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it. Just blind all those negative comments, blind.
Enjoy it, and also the 12.
Yes, enjoy that part. You better enjoy that part. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Yes. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Chuma. Until we meet again, I hope Logan will stop crying. Ufuni attention, but bye.
Attention.
Until we meet again. Yes. Until
Thank
we
you so
meet
much.
again. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Dombi.